Come on.
Oh,
that was
no.
first down.
That's first down. We're done. It was a good run. All right, let's just get this thing started. Welcome to another edition of One Lap, One Beer. And I don't know. I got my boy from Florida, the Panhandle, Joseph Joyner, Hunt the Front.
Yeah,
That's not good. We're not going to talk about that game we watched with the Packers, but we're going to get this place started at the Big E, Busch Lattes. Shout out to, what was his name?
Tyson.
Tyson, I'll give you a shout out on the one lap.
Tyson,
the man supplying the Busch Lattes.
That's right.
We're at the Big E.
We're at the Big
Nothing
E.
better, is it? Nothing better. With me on the, going into turn one, I mean, that's a dream you've always
of
lived.
this moment,
Yes.
ever since you started this. Like, man, one day Swab's gonna get me on this One Lap, One Beer, surely.
Well, I know like those Florida, like those South people, you don't know if they drink beer or not, or Pepsi, you never know.
It's not Pepsi, promise you.
Coca-Cola.
Coke,
Yes. Can I have a Coke?
Everything's a Coke.
So you want a Dr. Pepper? No,
No.
just Coke. No, but okay. So last night, 4th place run.
Yeah.
Tonight,
20th.
not as good. 20th run. So we're averaging that out. Not too bad. But according to Joyner math, as you would say, you might be on the front row of a heat race.
Yeah.
At Eldora for the World 100. What's that mean
Now,
for this race program out of Florida?
That means a lot, only if it's the truth.
Only if it's the truth.
Because
Depending on how the math is.
I don't know exactly if that's it isn't official yet. It isn't official. So best we can figure, we're like 14th in points, and the invert was 3. I think that's to 18. I think.
Yes.
So that should mathematically put us on pole one. Now that's just how we figured it. Who knows? But regardless, we've had a really good weekend. Even tonight, we run 20th, but we qualified 3rd quick in our group, which saved our. That's what got us all the points for tonight. We had to invert to 6 in the heat race, and just didn't go forward and never went forward from there.
So and we've had all 3 types of racetracks too.
Boy, haven't
really
we?
slick in the middle, and then we had it up on the wood at night. So everybody got to test out all 3 track surfaces throughout the week so far.
Yeah, I was good in one of them. So
You're hoping for that one.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you what's funny too, Suave. We're coming through here. We had a restart with not very many to go. You see all the mud against the inside wall.
I saw
here.
you on the cushion in that heat race. I was impressed on that restart.
Yeah. I had to do what we got to do. But I'm right behind this 40B, Kyle Bronson. He
Another Florida guy.
He comes through here with his flopper on the fence down here and freaking slings that mud right in front of us, and everybody, we all just go that way, like straight up mud hole all across the racetrack right here. So shout out to Kyle. He done a good job keeping us behind him there.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay. Did you guys ever think Hunt the Front would get as big as it is? I mean, you guys are international celebrities.
International. I think it reel it in a little bit. But no, nobody ever planned for nothing like that. Obviously, we're living it and loving it, and going to keep on as long as we can, as long as people are interested in what we got going on, and that's really all. That's the driving force behind everything. We wouldn't be here without everybody that supports us with watching us on the YouTube and buying merchandise and on our fan club on Patreon, all the stuff it takes for us to get up and down the road. That's how we do it, and we got some help with some sponsorship and stuff that kind of just makes it a little bit easier to get to the racetrack, basically. But we're just living it and loving it. Big
switch here in the last couple of weeks, going back to Capitol. You were talking to Shane there. How helpful has he been this week so far? Because he's historically pretty good here, so it's a good guy to lean on for some questions and information, especially with the short turnaround. I know you had it beforehand, but
right.
It's a little bit maybe different version of it, and you're just trying to get up to speed, and I think having Clayton here definitely helps out.
Oh man, there's no doubt. I mean, Shane, he's as good as anybody to have as your mentor, driving coach even, and also helping with the setup stuff on these things. I mean, he's as good as anybody at it. I think Shane's a really good driver, really good person to deal with. The whole Capitol bunch, they've been great. It's been a seamless. I don't know if seamless is the word or not, but it's been a really easy switch. Ever since we got in there with them, it's kind of they made it really easy on us, and really wanted acted like they wanted us there. And that's kind of that was the whole deal. Like, we just needed to do something a little different, and they made it really easy for us to get in there and get in that car like that. So, so far it's been good. You know what I mean? Like, it's been really great. Our program's light years better than what we had 2 weeks ago. We were kind of.
Were you down in the dumps?
Yeah, big time. Everybody
You needed me
was.
there. You needed me there.
I know. I knew you were nowhere to be found.
No, but I wasn't.
So we were just waiting on Swab.
And then I come here and the morale's changed and we're back.
Yeah, and so here we are now. You know, we're on the back straightaway, talking about it. Could be worse, right?
Eldora Speedway USA, pretty famous logo in dirt late model racing. I'm from Illinois. I've been coming a long time to this place, since 1999. What is this place like for McKinnon, Florida, when you heard Eldora Speedway? Or did it really mean much maybe when you were 10 or 11? Or did you like just describe that? Like, because you're a different region, it meant a lot for me because I'm from this region. So what did a guy in the Panhandle think about Eldora growing up?
So Eldora,
or no, did you know much about it?
Yeah, we knew about it, but had never been here. And
Right.
Eldora is here. You know, everything else is way down here. Eldora, as high as we can. It's always been like, man, you see somebody that comes up here and races and comes back down south and runs good, and it's like, yeah, that guy goes to Eldora. You know, no wonder he's good. You know, look now it doesn't make makes no sense to have that mentality really. But you know, regardless, growing up, we always had Eldora on the highest pedestal. You know, like maybe one day we can go race there. That was always our goal. Well, we come up here for the World 100 in 2019, the very first time we even seen the place, you know?
Yep.
You're the man.
Oh, whoa.
You're
Beep,
the man.
beep. You're the man, too. In a good one.
So that was the first time we even seen the place, and we were camping out in the campground, got the full fan experience. Like, we had so much fun. You know, we didn't bring a race car. It was the first time we ever came up here and camped, and like from there, it's like, okay, we got to come up here and race.
Be honest, for a split second, was Jacksonville Speedway your favorite racetrack outside of the state of Florida there back at like, what was it, 13 or 14?
Hey, for a minute.
It was. It was. In the milk truck.
In the milk truck, baby.
It only took you guys 3 weeks to get up there. That
And
was
then
quite
3
the,
weeks
that,
to get home.
Yes, that was quite the journey for you guys there, wasn't it?
It's crazy to think about just how hard it was for us to leave town. You know, like nowadays, you know, we're blessed to be where we're at and all, and it's so crazy. Like we had no plans of leaving to come up here on this trip until Monday or something this week, and we got in touch with Capital, and all that fell into place really quickly, and we leave the shop Thursday, a week ago yesterday. So like we get home from I think Lake Cumberland, Kentucky, racing the weekend before, strip down a car, get everything loaded in the trailer and leave. And like short notice, doesn't matter, hit the road. You know what I mean? And back then, 10 years ago, that was never even a thought. Like there's no way. Hard enough to go to Eldora for 3 nights, much less be gone for 3 weeks.
Hey, for sure. So, other than our beards being red, we have another thing in common.
What's that?
We've had the same coworker,
Oh gosh.
Joshua Joyner. How is he as a race director? I don't know. I've heard some questionable things about him. Or series director, what do you call that, I guess? What do you think? He's not around here or anything, so that's why I asked it.
He does a good job making sure I don't get anything extra.
That's how it should be. That's
right.
You know, otherwise you're going to be like, yes.
But yeah, all that's been going really well. The whole Hunt the Front tour.
Good
think,
crop of drivers, too.
Oh, man.
You're like, okay, this is going to be a nice series where I can do well, and then all of a sudden you see the rest at the beginning of the year. Yeah, you're like, oh, great, which is good for the series, but at the same time, maybe not as a competitor. Yeah, exactly. But that thing's coming along nicely, especially in that region for you guys.
That's been going really well. It's definitely, as far as the race team side of things, like it's given us something else to race for, you know, other than just going to one-off events and racing and coming home and not really having anything else weighing on it, you know. So racing for a points title and doing the whole points deal, that adds a whole nother element to things, and nothing we've really ever done in the past, but now we're doing it. So it's been different, you know, a little bit different of the way you got to race and how things are going, but as a whole, it's been fun. You know, I'm glad we're doing it, and we'll continue to do it, you know.
So how's the nerves going to be? Heat 1 on the pole tomorrow. How are you going to get yourself calmed down? You want the Xanax, or
Listen,
you want
first
anything else
things
to keep you
first
calm?
off, I don't know that I'm on the pole of the heat.
Well, hey, according to the Joyner math, you're on the front row.
Is it official where we're starting yet?
It looks like you're starting on pole of the 5th heat, which
would be the front row. No pressure.
Oh, God.
If you lose, you start 11.
So I think I'm going to wait to start the race until I get past the break in the wall. What do you think?
I think you should, too. Yeah.
No, not that. Let's don't do that. But, okay, you know, we've been on pole of the heat up here at the Dream. You know how that turned out?
I heard it wasn't very good.
Not very good. We wrecked, totaled the car, took out Overton, over there in turn 1.
This is the time to redeem ourselves now.
Yeah, we got to put that aside and race ahead of us, right? We go to the next one, and that's what we got to do, you know. But I'm saying we've been in that situation before, and I'll be honest, in that situation, my nerves in my head, I was shot. You know, I really was. I'll be honest with you, I really was shot there, and I was. My headspace was kind of clouded, you know, and having been there, and had about the worst possible outcome, I think we can,
I like
at least dial it in from there.
Yes, I think only can go up, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I think if we can, if it is true and we're on pole of the heat, we just got to go make the best of it. I feel like our capital dig's really good when there's brown on the racetrack.
Good.
We can be the first one to turn 1 and off of turn 2, and we'll set sail and go. You know, that's the way to do it, right?
I love it.
Make it easy.
So Duke, North Carolina, huge rivalry. Scott Bloomquist, Billy Moyer, huge rivalry. But I don't know if there's one bigger than Shep Lucas versus Joyner Nation in Florida. There, just talking about that little rivalry back in the day.
Oh man!
I mean, that he made you better.
He did.
You had to beat him. He was a cream of the crop there.
Absolutely, Shep Lucas was the. I mean, it's a shame he doesn't race anymore. You know, like I feel like once we kind of got going and had really good stuff to race with, you know, his boy started racing, and he don't. I guess he might race every now and then, but I really hadn't even seen or talked to him in a long time. But you know, 10, 15 years ago, racing in the Panhandle, it was Shep Lucas you had to beat. You know, and there's no doubt he could go to Mississippi and places around and win too. You know, so he was really good at it, and he always when he was there and we were there, it was going to be a race. You know, and we got to where we could run with him and beat him a little bit, and I think it was about that time his boy was getting a little older and they started racing with his son and all that. So, but yeah, that was definitely the Panhandle rivalry for sure.
The Panhandle rivalry for years. Also, I think Florida is like underrated for late model drivers. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, but it's so hard to tell because I feel like you guys are in different parts of the country. It's just a big state.
We're isolated, kind of, you know, from everything. It seems like, but or at least have been in the past. But we're starting to get a few more bigger races around home, and there's some good guys around there. You know, there's some guys that's got some really good equipment, and they can go race it. You know, and they know what they're doing. So, like I was watching they race 604 crate cars local there at our local track almost weekly. And really and truly, like there's about 6 or 7 guys that you're not just going to go and outrun. You know what I mean? And that's pretty good for our little area there. So glad to see that's pretty healthy.
Yeah. Then you have like guys like in 800 hours away, and like you know Earl Pearson from Jacksonville and everybody else. Like your state's your state's pretty damn solid, and you got some younger guys going in there. So Florida will be around for a long time. Okay, so. Is it hard to create content at times, or do you guys just kind of just record constantly and just hope that something good happens?
Well, okay, so not really and truly, creating the content has turned out to be a very routine process. You know, like we kind of all know what to do, and Jonathan turns on the camera and films what he thinks he needs to film.
And it worked.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history.
You know, it kind of works out pretty easily. You know, it's always better when the content's better, right? If we go out and lead laps and race with HUD and, you know,
throw a slider.
Come closer than we ever have, at least, to winning a race up here, you know, that helps for the content side of things. But regardless, you know, the whole content stuff, it kind of seems, everybody seems to know what they got to do to make it happen these days. So
really quick, your all-time favorite day on Valentine's Day in Tampa was with who?
You, buddy.
Macaroni Grill. Hey. Rain out.
Bon appetit, dude.
Bon appetit, as they say in Italy. Bon appetit. We're bon appetit here at Eldora at the World 100 with Joyner Nation, Hunt the Front. Thank you, buddy. It's been a crazy 10 or 11 years since I met you, how much you guys have improved in racing and just how much your the brain has just grown. I appreciate that. Taking time, you know, still with the little guy. I'm like, you big time.
No, you're the big guy, dude. I appreciate you.
No, all right.
Come on, man.
All right, 54th Annual World 100. Joyner, starting the front row, see if we can get a big dub tomorrow night. We think, allegedly. We can put in like the captioning that says unofficially.
Yeah, right. So, so hey, did the Packers win?
I don't know. Let's check here.
Shoot. I don't know.
Ooh. They're down 5 with 3 seconds left. Hail Mary coming.
Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Oh, man. Come on.
Nope. Packers lose. Jordan Love's not in the game. That's not good. Boy. All right.
Rough night.
One lap, one beer, out.